At high speed, it's extremely hard to keep perfect balance. One wrong step is enough for everything to go out of control. Many of these falls happen when players change direction too quickly. A slippery pitch and match pressure make this happen even more often. These moments look funny, but they actually hurt. Balance is a skill that's much harder than it looks in football. Footwork is everything when the tempo rises.
Inicia el partido. En mi equipo somos todos autistas.
Por aquí, de repente, por aquí.
Once balance is lost, recovery is almost impossible. Quick turns demand perfect coordination. One unstable movement is all it takes. Football punishes hesitation and rewards control. Footwork is everything when the tempo rises. Once balance is lost, recovery is almost impossible. Quick turns demand perfect coordination. One unstable movement is all it takes. Football punishes hesitation and rewards control. Momentum can be both an advantage and a problem. Once the body loses alignment, recovery is nearly impossible.
Mas não foi no futebol. No futebol eu tenho certeza que não foi. Se eu tivesse condição, eu pagava.
Ya me fui.
Sharp movements demand perfect coordination. Weather and pitch conditions amplify every mistake. Speed reveals how fragile balance really is. Speed pushes the body to its physical limits. Once traction is gone, control vanishes instantly. Sharp turns require perfect timing and posture. External conditions magnify every movement. One misstep is all it takes to lose everything. Speed demands total body control. Once momentum shifts, recovery is unlocked.
Alisson. Vai pra Tentou a finalização. Oh, o juiz! Olha o juiz! Ah, meu juizão! Dá cartão. Olha, ele deu o cartão pro Alisson pra dar o cartão pro juiz. Amarelo, meu Deus.
Fast transitions challenge stability more than strength. Environmental factors amplify every movement. Balance separates clean plays from chaos. The goalkeeper position comes with the most pressure on the field. Guessing the wrong direction leaves no second chance. Many mistakes come from reading the situation too early. Fast reactions don't help if the timing is wrong. Some moments leave goalkeepers with nothing but an awkward smile. And that's exactly what makes football so unpredictable. Goalkeepers react before anyone else on the pitch. A single misread can change the entire outcome. Confidence sometimes turns into overcommitment. At this level, anticipation can be both a strength and a weakness. Every keeper learns these
Maïla,
lessons
auteur
the
de cette
hard way.
passe, en accélérant le jeu avec Montano pour le 2-1, Cuirby sur le côté, Osdemir, intervention défensive finalement de Goulfo. Oh, c'est pas possible! Oh, c'est pas possible ce que vient de faire Goulfo, qui a tenté de dégager ce ballon et qui le met au fond de ce propre but. Oh, c'est un énorme coup de théâtre juste avant la pause.
Every keeper learns these lessons the hard way. Goalkeepers react before anyone else on the pitch. A single misread can change the entire outcome. Confidence sometimes turns into overcommitment. At this level, anticipation can be both a strength and a weakness.
Tá dando os goleiros. Será que agora? Será que agora? E a bola bate.
Goalkeepers operate with zero margin for error. One step forward at the wrong time changes everything. Trusting instinct too much can backfire.
Por aquí, de repente, por aquí.
Their role demands perfection in split seconds. Mistakes here are impossible to hide. Goalkeepers live between anticipation and reaction. A single wrong commitment changes the story. Reading the game too early creates danger. The margin for correction is almost zero. These errors highlight the risk of the position. Goalkeepers must commit before certainty exists. Choosing wrong leaves no room for correction. Instinct clashes with reality in critical moments. The position demands constant risk-taking. Every decision is magnified under the spotlight. Sometimes the brain hasn't decided yet, but the foot already reacts.
Popó!
That's when these strange mistakes appear. It's not about being bad, it's about choosing the wrong moment. Losing focus for just 1 second can ruin the whole situation. Even professional players make these kinds of mistakes. Football always punishes rush decisions. Decision-making happens faster than most people think. When touch and vision don't sync, chaos follows. These mistakes are born from pressure, not lack of skill. Football exposes even the smallest lapse in concentration. The margin for error is always razor thin. Decision-making happens faster than most people think. When touch and vision don't sync, chaos follows. These mistakes are born from pressure, not lack of skill. Football exposes even the smallest lapse in concentration. The margin for error is always razor thin. These moments happen when confidence meets pressure. Football gives no time to reset a mistake. Every action has an immediate consequence. Control begins before the ball arrives. Late awareness leads to awkward touches. Pressure disrupts natural coordination. Football exposes hesitation instantly. Timing decisions correctly is everything. Touch quality depends heavily on awareness. When perception lags, execution collapses. Pressure interrupts natural movement patterns. Football tests concentration in every second.
Ma che lindo Gagno.
Mistakes appear when rhythm is broken. Mistakes appear when rhythm is broken. Control begins before the ball arrives. These moments happen when confidence meets pressure. Football gives no time to reset a mistake. These moments happen when confidence meets pressure. These moments happen when confidence meets pressure. Football exposes even the smallest lapse in concentration. The margin for error is always razor thin.
Aí o atacante, gente, correndo atrás da bola. Opa, tomou. Foi filmado.
These mistakes are born from pressure, not lack of skill. These mistakes are born from pressure, not lack of skill. Football exposes even the smallest lapse in concentration. When touch and vision don't sync, chaos follows. Sometimes it's not the players, but the ball itself creating chaos. One strange bounce can completely change the situation. These moments leave players with no time to react. Luck always plays a role in football. No one can fully predict where the ball will go. That's what makes the game so exciting. The ball has a mind of its own sometimes.
Jabiel na cobrança! Gordo na
That's what makes the game so
cobrança!
exciting.
Gordo na cobrança, o verdadeiro gordo! Gordo na cobrança, gol!
Uneven surfaces change everything instantly. Players must react without warning. Luck and chaos often decide outcomes. That uncertainty keeps football alive. Luck and chaos often decide outcomes. The ball introduces randomness into every play. Irregular motion removes preparation time. Players must adapt on instinct alone. Uncertainty shapes the flow of the match. Chaos keeps football unpredictable. The ball has a mind of its own sometimes. Uneven surfaces change everything instantly. Players must react without warning.
Clásico del fútbol argentino.
Luck and chaos often decide outcomes. That uncertainty keeps football alive.
Atención, el que viene con todo es Preciado. Preciado intenta, si engancha es buena, si es cancha es buena, le va a pegar, llega Preciado.
Unpredictability starts with the ball itself. Irregular bounces destroy defensive planning. Players must adapt instantly or suffer. Chance influences even the best decisions. Chaos is built into the game. The ball often ignores expectations. Unusual movement destroys planning. Players must adapt instantly. Randomness shapes key moments. Uncertainty keeps the match alive. Players must adapt instantly. Randomness shapes key moments. Chaos is built into the game. The ball often ignores expectations. Unpredictability starts with the ball itself.
Ó, gol de Cris, meu!
Irregular bounces destroy defensive planning. Chaos is built into the game. Unusual movement destroys planning. The ball often ignores expectations. Players must adapt instantly or suffer. Unpredictability starts with the ball itself. Chaos keeps football unpredictable.